What's going on? It's all on the cards. Cheers. Welcome to Reading Between the Wines. How's everybody doing out there? It's Wednesday, Wine Down Wednesday, Wine Wednesday. And tonight we have author Ophelia Martinez. Hopefully I said that right. Ophelia Martinez. I think I got that right. So, Reading Between the Wines, Wine Down Wednesday, Wine Wednesday. Let me know what you're sipping on. Tonight, I'm actually sipping on Carbonara. Hopefully I got all these words properly. Pana Loco, Carbonara. Sure I get the bottle right so y'all can see. Officially, Queen Quay, what's going on? How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a minute. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Reading Between the Wines. I want to know what y'all sipping on tonight. What are you drinking on tonight? You sipping on wine? You got beer? What you got? Reading Between the Wines. So, I don't know. There's like something going on sometimes. If you can feel me on this, have you ever started your day off up on a high note, on a positive note? You did all your work. You put all your ducks in a row. You lined everything up properly. But then, as time goes on, you go throughout the day, you get a little pieces chipped away at you from here, there, everywhere, here, there, we're everywhere. And sometimes, you just got to keep your head up. And sometimes you need the, words of encouragement to keep your head up. And song of the day is Keep Your Head by the very talented, the one and only, the incomparable Miss Mary J. Blige, off of the Share My World album from 1997. Sometimes you just need that little extra push. And, I'm thankful for, Mary and the road that we've been through, the journey that she takes all of her fans down. And songs like Keep Your Head is very important. 97, what were you doing during that time frame when you had songs like Keep Your Head? For those of us that didn't even really understand what we were stepping ourselves into, we didn't even understand and we didn't even know. And then songs like that came along, and carried us on through. Shout out to the Queen of Hip Hop Soul. Can't wait to see her next week. Barclay Center, Brooklyn, New York. Song of the day, Keep Your Head Up, off of the Share My World album. I see y'all cutting up out there already. I'm not paying y'all no attention. What's up, SOS? How you doing? But yeah, no, I want to know if anybody understands where I'm coming from. You start off your day up here, but then sometimes you end up down here. And it just happens, and you don't even realize. You're like, how did that happen? How did we get to this point? We were up here, now we down here. And then you got to go back and you got to start to recollect and think, okay, what did I do? Who did I come in contact with? Who stole my energy? What happened here? What happened there? And it's just crazy. Life is just crazy, right? We just go through these circles over and over and over again. I want to give a very special shout out to Serene Poems. She came in last night and we had a great conversation. So thank you so much. Really did appreciate that. I see you. It's all on the cards. I got a question for you real soon. But I think we need to change the name to There's Always a Problem with Kathy, because it's not so much as all in the cards. Every time I turn around, there's always a problem with Kathy. Thank you so much for your support. Fatima from X Threads. Y'all go ahead and check out her business as well. Tone, A Whole New Vibe by Royale. Thank you so much for the words of encouragement, and I appreciate you. We have author. We got author Ophelia in tonight. Tomorrow we have actor Jason T. Davis. He's coming back. So I just want to say shout out to Jason. We're going to have some great conversation tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very important day. So I want to know if people can guess and can understand and know what's going on tomorrow. Make sure you got yourself in a good spot. Make sure your vibes are right. Make sure that nobody's stealing your energy. Make sure you protect all of your peace tomorrow, because tomorrow is a very important day. And I can't wait to speak to Jason so he can shed some light over, what's going to happen tomorrow. Mr. Trenton, New Jersey, Farrell Higginbotham, thank you for coming through. Author Lachelle Williams from the ATL, thank you so much. Sophie Davis, what's up, all the way from the UK. Misco. I know, I'm sorry, I mess up your name all the time, but thank you so much. K. Cole, my sister K. Cole, thank you. And of course, my brother Nate Perry. So, what's up, SOS? I see you out there. Trent? No, that's Trenton, Miss Kathy. Not just Trent, it's Trenton. If you really from a certain part of Trenton, you just say it just like that, Trenton. It just comes so naturally. So now the question is, which I have for you, Miss Kathy, can you maintain a relationship with someone who has had a high sexual past, whether they've had multiple partners, whether they outright admit, hey, listen, this used to be my past. This is what I had. That's not who I am. This is who I am now. I'm presenting myself to you. Can you deal with someone who just comes clean and says, hey, listen, yes, I was a hoe back in the day, and this is what I did? What about if they were in some sort of sex work? Maybe they were in magazines. I'm trying to get it to all together. I'm trying to line them all up right. Maybe they were in magazines, or maybe they're in some movies. And this is all in the cards with Kathy. It's not a repeat show. It's called a recap. I need you to get your life together. And before we even get on here, you're started already. I told you, my energy levels have been robbed a little bit, so don't come on here and start anything.
This is a rerun.
Did you watch it yesterday?
I feel like we've had this conversation. It's like deja vu.
It could be.
Like 8 months ago?
Do you have the exact date?
I don't.
Well, I can't help you with that. So, can you date somebody?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
the past is the past, right? You can't change your past.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, what are you going to do? Hold the past against somebody,
No, you just got a whole bunch of people that you got to compete with, I guess.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
Man, you are on something already, aren't you? What have you been drinking tonight?
Well, it's funny. I was going to drink this, amino acids. I thought it was like just something I could take a swig out of, but apparently it's comparable to soy sauce. So I don't think that's going to fly. So I'll just, that's okay. I got it back up.
This is absolutely it. I've had enough of this. What the heck?
Rum. It's good stuff. Hey, you know how you're always telling me I collect crap? The rum bottle, is worth money now. Because they ran out of bottles. How about that? It's a good thing for me. I stocked up on liquor bottles.
You know what?
Turns out they're worth something.
You know what? I don't believe that that bottle is worth anything. SOS says, I'm not sure, Laren. It's a trigger for me, and her ex-husband had issues.
You know what? What the hell? I'm going to try some amino acid. Why not? What do I got to lose? Oh, shit. Yeah, that tastes like soy sauce. Not a good choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't be responsible for what the hell goes on here. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is a wine show, and this fool comes in here every single week with some nonsense. And tonight,
salty.
we're sampling Pana Carbonara wine. Can you see this bottle here? It's a lion.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I picked the bottle. Do you know what the lion represents?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
Okay.
Isn't it strength and courage and all that good stuff?
You read your Bible?
I do. I know the Bible. Yes, I'm familiar with it.
Let me read this bottle here. Pana Carbonara. Deep colored, concentrated, and attractive nose with notes of blackberries and mint. The spicy flavors combine perfect with silky tannins and toasted vanilla from the barrel. Delicious on its own, this wine is the perfect partner for Italian cuisine or spicy courses. And you all know about those spicy courses, don't you?
Well, then I did the perfect promo because I went Italian
There you go.
for the promo.
So I never knew that
Boom.
I never knew that there were Carbonara grapes, but Carbonara grapes, and this is from Chile. So you get your Chilean wine, 13.2%. So I don't know what's going to happen by the end of this show. 13.2%. That's a lot.
I thought you looked a little bit wasted before the show.
What?
Just a little tipsy.
You had a little bit too much to drink before the show. I had to actually wake. I had to wake myself up. I had to get myself ready and listen to some upbeat music before I got here, or else I would have been down here. So I had to bring it up. But this one's what? What were you
Well,
gonna?
I was gonna say, getting back to what you were saying about people ruining your day. I've been having that a lot lately.
Cool. Well, let me finish this, and then I want to hear about that. So you're gonna get bold. You're gonna get dry. You know, nobody likes anything that's dry. So bold, dry, stop it, smooth. You are going to taste some blackberries, plum, blueberries, pepper, mint. I even get some hints of charcoal. Who wants to taste charcoal, but you might get a little smoky charcoal, feel out of it. And licorice.
Okay. Where's the oak, though?
It's funny, not tonight. No oak tonight.
Not tonight. You got one without oak, and that's
Yep. So I did warn Ophelia that you like very spicy, raunchy type stuff. That's what you're into. And she was like, "Oh, I have something perfect for you." And I said, "Oh yeah, trust and believe that Kathy likes that type of stuff." So you probably will not be disappointed today. Can you believe last week what Josh said? Had me cracking up talking about Greg.
He said a lot of good things.
He did, yeah. So
yeah, Greg. I know, right?
I couldn't believe it. So go ahead and tell me what you have to say so we can get Miss Ophelia.
I've been having that a lot lately. Like I'm starting the day real here, and then slowly it's like at the end of the day I'm like,
You know what I think it is? I think for me anyway, it's the change in the weather. I walked outside today and I'm like, all right, wow, I expected frost on the car and all that crap, but it was pretty good. I didn't even really need a jacket. Then by the time like 5 o'clock rolled around, I'm like, And then I just felt like the cold just made me just want to crawl up in bed. It was pretty much what I did. And then that's why I said I had to wake myself up for this show here tonight. But
well, good job.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like good wine.
I remember you used to drink wine, and then something happened. You must have got hit upside the head with a crazy stick, and now you just do some weird effed up stuff.
Well, I've been wanting to try this. I thought it was amino acids. It's good for the digestion tract.
Oh, of course, yeah. Every time I turn around, you're always coming up with these
your name after the tone,
crazy
and
things.
Google Voice will try to connect you.
It's Kathy. There's always a problem with Kathy. You are tanked up tonight, boy. This is going to be great. Oh, I love this.
Oh, that's too funny.
Tanked up tonight.
Oh,
This is gonna be a good show tonight.
I don't know. She's not answering.
You have that effect on people.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available.
Uh-oh. I don't
Please
want to
leave a
leave a
message after the
voicemail.
tone.
All right, we'll try again. Give us another time to have a little drink.
I know, right?
I need to
You
catch
won't
up.
leave a voicemail. You won't listen to voicemails, and you won't leave a voicemail.
We've had this conversation. Old people leave voicemails. So are you really showing your age?
No, people that want people to call them back and know what's going on leave voicemails.
Old people leave voicemails. Old people give directions. Younger people are like, give me the address and I'll just go ahead and punch it in my GPS. Younger people are like, let me just send a text message. Call me when you get a chance. Versus sitting there leaving a damn voicemail.
Oh, look down.
Sorry, it's not ringing on my end. All right, we'll try it again. She's already tanked up. I'm probably going to get tanked up with this 13.2%.
I'll do a phone thing, like pick up the phone. When it's ringing, look when it's ringing.
Let's see what we got.
The tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
There's always a problem with Kathy. That is a good name for you, because there's always a problem.
I make good cartoons, though. My cartoons are funny.
I'm not even getting into them. Definitely not. Some of them that I saw, I'm not even getting into. Is it that you're on the phone? Is that why it's not ringing? Or are you on the same phone?
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we could hear you. Was it that you were on?
I cannot. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it wasn't ringing on my computer, so I'm not able to use the mic to test it for some reason.
So mic is not working.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't ring on my desktop like last time. I tried restarting it. So did you call the second number I texted you? Or did you call the first one?
The second one.
Second one, really? Okay, well, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on, but if you can hear me okay, we're good.
Can you hear?
We can hear you.
Kathy can hear you. There's always a problem with Kathy can hear you.
I got no problem with this, though. Yeah.
So SOS says, I am not old. I leave a message. I leave messages.
Thank you, SOS.
So let me ask you a question, Ophelia. So I know that you're around my age, right?
Yeah, I'm in my 30s, yeah.
Very good, very good. So we're about the same age.
Yeah, we are.
I'm in my 20s, so that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Do you leave messages or do you just send a text message to people?
Like voice messages?
Yeah, like voicemails, old school voicemails.
Only for my mom.
And the reason why you would do that for
really.
your mom is because
I'm mostly just texting anymore.
Yeah, and the reason why you would do it for your mom is because she's older, right? And that's the way that she communicates.
Oh, because she still gives me voice messages, so I figure I can leave her messages.
Yeah. For the older generation, I get it. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
It's just a voice message. That's all it is.
Now let me ask you a question. When you go somewhere, do you like write down directions? Do you tell people go down the street and hang left? You're going to see a stop sign. There's a little red house on the corner. That's where you're going to make a left. Do you talk to people like that, or do you just say, give me the address and I'll get there?
Again, with my mom.
Oh, of course.
We give each other directions like that, but with everyone else, they just text me the address and I'll just put it on my phone.
I have told my mom several times, please do not tell me directions. because by the time I get done, I'm going to be in the car like, oh, fuck, what did she just say? Where do I go? So I don't even do that, period. But she knows that I do GPS. Well, you know that she insists on reciting the directions to me. You know, you go down
they're not
here.
reliable. If it's like turn right at the pink house, what if they paint the house? Like it's not a reliable.
I just can't. And then to get my mom to use a GPS, forget it.
Yeah, but people with pink houses don't usually paint them. That make a good title for a book. It's up for grabs if anybody wants the title. People with pink houses don't paint them.
Oh my goodness.
It could be a murder mystery.
So Ophelia, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me, Laren and Kathy. I'm doing well. I was gonna be drinking some tequila to join you in the drinking. I'm a tequila girl myself.
That's good.
But I'm not feeling too well. My tummy's not feeling too well, so I decided to go for tea and be boring. I'll be a boring old lady.
Oh no, we're gonna heat things up. We're gonna heat it up. It ain't gonna be boring. When I was thinking of you coming on tonight, only thing when I woke up this morning, I was thinking of, oh, Sheila. Remember that song?
Yeah.
No.
You don't remember that song, Kathy? Get out of here.
Sure I do.
Who
Was
sung?
it that? I can't think of his name that sang that. Was it? I don't think it was David Bowie, but that generation, that right, the 80s.
I'll give you that. You're getting close, but no cigar. That makes sense. SOS. What's the song? Sheila.
Yeah, SOS. Who was it?
SOS has said a lot of things. She texts and she leaves messages. She does not use GPS, and she's hating young people.
Me too. Young people are getting very rude. You see them out in the supermarket, like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they pretend they don't hear you. They hear you, and they're just like looking straight ahead.
Ready for
they won't answer you.
Ready for the world. So you were wrong, Kathy.
That's who sings it. Ready for the World.
Yeah, it's a group. Ophelia.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I am in Kansas City. I am originally from the Texas-Mexican border, but I currently reside in Kansas City.
Nice. I drove up to Branson, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I didn't like as I was driving through, it's like real open. But I started to pay very close attention depending on where I was. Like they ring these alarms or horns or something when there's bad weather and they tell you to hide somewhere.
Yeah, the tornadoes, right?
Tornado warning.
It's that bad that they have like signs all over the place. That is crazy.
Yeah, we're in Tornado Valley. I don't think Kansas City per se as much, but yeah, this is the Tornado Valley area.
So I like to think that I would like to venture out on my own, but I'm so scary. So it's huge mountains. They're really nice. Like they'll make you like really, it's just overwhelming how beautiful they really are. So I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead and drive. You know, I'm driving in a car by myself. And it's just so much mountains to where you're turning and you're winding and you're turning to where I'm like, oh, maybe I won't realize how to get back home.
That's sad.
So I turned my ass back around and I floored it because I thought I was being a little adventurous. And I'm like, yeah, this could be a little interesting. And on top,
where are you at?
I was in Branson, Missouri. And then on top of it, nobody there looked like me. So I really needed to be very careful.
Yeah. Branson is not known for its diversity. Kansas City is quite a bit more diverse in the main city.
Well, I see there's always a problem with Kathy itching to say something. Go right ahead.
I've never been to Missouri.
Yeah, nobody.
Laughing about what you were saying.
Yeah, nobody like me was there at all. Period.
Well, how do you know you didn't get to the other side?
Oh, I saw enough.
Turned around.
Oh, I saw enough.
He's accurate. He's accurate.
There you go.
I can't even go across town and drive. I can't even imagine going to Missouri.
Yeah, because you don't like
Can you imagine?
you don't like to drive. You're afraid to drive. How can you go anywhere?
Oh, I hate driving. I hate driving. It takes too long to get anywhere. No.
Takes too long. So how do you get to where you're getting to then if you don't drive?
Well, I guess if I was going to Missouri, I'd have to make like a 3-month trip out of it.
Ugh.
And just go in a little bit at a time.
It took me 20 hours to go there, and I would fly next time. I would not drive it. It was really horrendous drive. But
oh, wow.
Yeah, we're having a storm right now, so you might get a chance to hear the tornado warnings in the background. I wonder if that's why my Wi-Fi wasn't working.
Oh, and this is another thing that scared me about that place. So it's raining, and they got these mad, 6-lane highways, if I'm correct, certain areas, like a lot of cars all over the place. And there's no guardrails. And I told you about the mountains and stuff, so it's up and down, up and down. And I'm thinking to myself, if it's anything like Jersey, how people get in accidents and do all kinds of crazy stuff and don't know how to drive when it gets wet outside, how many people just fly off the cliff and die and nobody knows what happened to them?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're a lot of fun on vacation.
I'm sorry, but I just had to. I'm thinking about my life. Like, what is going on here? How is there no guardrails?
The area where I live, that's not such an issue. It's pretty flat where I'm at, so I don't encounter those problems.
In Branson, it's nothing but mountains. And the part that I was on, there's no guardrails at all. So
is it like narrow though, or a little bit wide?
It's constantly up and down and turning and winding, which is crazy because there's no guardrails. Like, what happens? You just up off the cliff and I'm done. I'm like, what's up with that? And then I'm in a car with somebody who is just as reckless and crazy, so I'm really on edge. Like, oh, F this. I can't do it.
That sounds awful.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Yeah.
Did you get out and kiss the ground or something after that trip?
I don't like driving with people. I can't. They just drive me crazy.
Yeah, they're always like, watch out, right? Like, did you see that?
I'm in the car always jumping like, oh, doing all this here. Crazy. So, let's get to the matter at hand. So,
oh my God.
You are an author. What type of books are you into?
I read everything, but what I write is steamy contemporary romance, so only appropriate for readers 18 and older. And I am Mexican American, so I make it a big point that most of my characters, or my main characters, are Latinx characters. So there's not a ton of representation in romance, and I'm trying to
bring it up. Okay. Speaking of Latin and Hispanics and all of that great stuff, the other night I asked a question about when it comes to infidelity, is there one race that takes the first place? And I've always been told that Latin people tend to be a little frisky. Is that accurate? Do you think they would take the place when it comes to infidelity?
I don't know about that. And also I have a very much American perspective on it. I'm Mexican American. I'm not from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's probably different there.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, though, I would wager that I'm more open-minded in terms of relationship and sexuality and partnership and all that. I would wager European countries would be more open, places like France or Germany. But I don't know. I don't know if these are fueled by stereotypes.
I think that's our problem. I think you hit something. I think that's the major problem, is that there's labels, there's things that have been set up to just make people feel unhappy in relationships.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I think there's some infidelity in any race. I don't know why negative aspects of certain cultures get amplified more than others, but I don't know that there's a higher rate of infidelity on any one group versus another. necessarily.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but I have dabbled into Latin territory recently. And you know,
Oh
Sam
boy.
and Sam Smith wrote a song about how, and I know I'm not the only one. That's all I'm saying, but needless to say, we're no longer dabbling in the Latin area right now.
I'll say this. I can speak for myself and myself only. I am a very loyal and faithful partner and expect the same from my partners. So I don't know, take that for what it's worth.
I honestly, I think it's much better off if you don't put labels on the situation and then you just, live your life liberated. And hell, if we get together and it works fine. Hell, if you get together with somebody else and it works fine and I don't like what's going on, then guess what? I can remove myself from the situation and find somebody else and vice versa. And then hell, maybe all of us can get together now.
I want to hear some of the steamy book.
Yeah, so the book, tell us about the book. I was going to talk a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the book is called Hiding in the Smoke. It releases on November 19th, and it is the first in a Rockstar series. The Rockstar is the male main character, and he is from Germany, and it's a very world famous band. So he's the millionaire and a German rock god, and our female main character is a Mexican American bar owner in Kansas City. He wants to settle down. He wants to have a family. He's had the band for many years, and he's ready to kind of slow down. She doesn't do relationships, and she only does one-night stands, so they clash a lot. So it's very, very steamy, a lot of sex, a lot of open-door sex, everything's on the page, so it's not for the faint of heart at all.
Sounds very familiar. Somebody wants to be married and settled down, and then the other person wants to be out of control. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard getting everybody on the same page, right?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you flip things, and then now somebody wants to be out of control, but the other person wants to settle down. Nobody can win. Okay.
Well, you need conflict for a good story. So
I think you need conflict for a good relationship too. Some people like to be thrown up against the wall.
She's funny. I guess it would be boring if they said, I want to be in a relationship, and the other person's like, yeah, me too. All right, let's do it.
You need conflict, yeah. Kathy likes to be thrown up against the wall and spoken dirty too.
There is some wall throwing for sure.
Is there any wrestling?
Is there any smacking around?
Is there any wrestling in the book?
Any what?
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
What kind of wrestling are you talking about, Laren?
Well, I guess we'll save that for another day. So, go ahead and give us a little bit.
You want me to read a little bit?
Sure. Kathy's all excited. This is the best part for her.
I gotta wipe off my windshield.
All right. Well, for a little context, this is the short snippet from chapter 7. They've had one night together. They fought a lot already, so she's kind of over it, and she's trying to convince Sophia to spend some time with him. And I chose this scene because it's a bit of a sexy tequila tasting, and it's not wine, but I know you do wine tasting on your show, so I thought it would be appropriate for
somebody does wine tasting on here.
So this is kind of right before a steamy scene, but I'll stop before it gets too graphic.
Oh no, Kathy's okay with it. You don't have to hold it for anybody. She's fine with it.
Okay, so this is Sophia and Brent speaking. Fine, I say finally, and watch as Brent lets out a long breath. But if this doesn't work out, you go on your tour and you never contact me again. Got it? I promise, Brent says. What are you doing tonight? I ask. Other than grovel at your feet? Nothing. I smirk at him. I went to a tasting this weekend and got a few bottles of tequila not yet sold outside of Mexico. Would you like to try them? I would love that, he says, smiling. As I make my way around the bar and grab the chilled bottles from the fridge, Brent settles on his seat. I place glasses by him along with the bottles and hop on the bar, swinging my legs around to go over it and sit next to him. I pour us each a shot of the Blanco variety of the tequila first. Brent picks up one of the bottles and reads the label. The bar thinking about carrying this variety of tequila? Well, the distillery is toying with the idea of distribution. They already export their main line, but this is an exclusive reserve batch. They drummed up some press to local businesses to gauge interest. It's far from settled, but this is one of the best tequilas I've ever tasted. So I will definitely consider carrying it if they do open up the market of this reserve tequila. You? Yeah?
I see that you're in character.
I
feel
am.
it.
I try.
Gonna be some acting coming soon too. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You? Me what? You're considering carrying it? I guess I didn't realize you were like a manager or anything like that. I'm surprised you can decide that kind of thing. I throw my head back with laughter. Somehow, over the multiple arguments Brendan and I have gotten into, I've forgotten he thinks I'm a waitress. There would be nothing wrong with being a waitress, but the fact that it bothers him bothers me. Try the tequila, Bren, I say to shut him up. I sniff my glass, enjoying the aroma before taking half the shot. I close my eyes, feeling that familiar heat radiate from my stomach through my bloodstream. When I open my eyes, Brian is setting his glass down and twisting his face. I laugh again. You're not a tequila man? I ask. I am. He didn't seem to enjoy that. What's there to enjoy? I mean, I enjoy the effects of it, but the flavor is awful. What? It's not. You're missing it. You didn't taste the crisp agave flavor with hints of citrus? Brian shakes his head. I tasted Drano. You're breaking my heart, Brendan Reinhardt. Do you want me to keep going?
Well, let me talk to you about tequila. So,
yeah,
I have had some experiences with tequila, and I do not like the taste of any hard alcohol at all. But I will tell you that I like the aftermath of what happens when you have tequila with the right person. So I will tell you, tequila and me.
What do you say? What's the aftermath? Like the book?
I don't know what's happening, but if anything, if it's like when I'm on tequila, you better watch out because it's a trip.
Yeah, it is.
A new term for sleepwalking. Like sometimes I'm like, did I just do that in the middle of the night when I was sleeping? Okay, I thought so. Like, what happened yesterday? Did I? All right, that type of conversation. But anyway.
That was great.
You sound like Brad.
You need a sponsor so that you could just throw their name in there every time you say tequila.
Her with her marketing. Excuse me. Her with her marketing.
Like what kind of tequila? Like, I don't know.
Patron.
Or Patron, yeah.
Kathy.
So are you taking a sip every time I say tequila then?
Yeah, so get a sponsor and you could put their name in there when you mention tequila.
That's not how.
Charge her by the word.
That's not how it works, Kathy. Kathy swears that she's this marketing guru over here.
Guru, that's funny. No, I like it. I especially like the fact that you're sitting around doing shots.
Of course.
That's my favorite. They're not sitting there drinking wine.
Something else, man. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. I pour us each half a shot from the second bottle of Reposado. This one is aged just a little bit. The flavor profile is a bit more complex. Because it is a Reposado, I sip that second shot and savor it. Bren takes his shot like a bullet and slams the glass on the bar, twisting his face again. I'm guessing you didn't get the flavor profile of that one either? Bren shakes his head. You're missing out. It was lovely. A little bit of grapefruit, a silky caramel finish. All I got was Drano, he teases. A stab to the heart, Bren. Sorry, he says. Okay, this next one, genuinely believe it's the best tequila in the world. If you can't enjoy this one, you're a lost cause, my friend. No pressure, Sophia. Brent's lips spread into a crooked smile that heaped my core more than the tequila. I've never wanted a man a second time. I've never wanted to get to know a man beyond his physical body. But sitting across from Brent while he listens to me geek out about my passion is comfortable in a way I'm not used to. A way I like. A way I want more of. Before I pour that, do you want me to pause?
What do you have to say, Kathy?
No, I just found that interesting that she never slept with the same man twice.
I knew you were going to have something to say. You tried to act like you didn't, but see, that's right up Kathy's alley.
What did she say? I didn't hear her.
She likes the fact that the woman doesn't sleep with the same man twice.
Oh, yeah, so she's a player for sure.
It's about time.
It
is about time.
I wonder if she saves their phone numbers inside of her phone. Probably not, since it's only one time, right? She wouldn't need to save anybody's phone number in there.
No, she wouldn't.
Yeah, she wouldn't. But maybe she would want to say.
When they call, she wonders who they are, right?
Yeah, she definitely wouldn't.
Go ahead.
Before I pour the tequila from the last bottle, I get better of it. This one is an añejo, aged several years in whiskey barrels.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cocoa.
What was that word?
Yeah.
This one is a what? Because that sounded like a curse word that you just said. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Añejo. Añejo means aged in Spanish.
Okay.
Añejo.
There is another word that sounds like that.
I know what you're thinking.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. There is a lot of Spanish in this, so you should get hints of cocoa, spice, and oak with a smooth vanilla finish. I'll do my very best to pay attention, princess. Lean your head back, I order. What? Instead of pouring into the glasses, I bring the bottle to my lips and take a healthy sip into my mouth. Holding it there, I stand and hop onto Brent's lap, then kneel over his powerful thighs. He doesn't so much as grunt for my weight. I take him by surprise, and his eyes are wide when he looks up at me, so I grab him by his short hair and pull his head back. When I bring my lips down to his and his mouth opens for me, I let the tequila slowly flow into it. His eyes widen further with the surprise of the nectar dripping from my tongue. Once the last drop of agave leaves my lips, I follow its trail with my tongue deep into his mouth, and Brent's eyes draw close. I press my palm to his throat so I can feel him swallow the tequila. The muscles of his thick throat contract, and my skin reverberates with his groan as his tongue seeks mine. When I break our contact and lick my lips for any stray liquid, Brent is smiling ear to ear. You were right, he says. That was the best tequila in the world. So glad you liked it, I say with a massive grin of my own. I'm a convert, Sophia.
I promised that I was going to be good today. But I will tell you that you are not helping the situation. I said, nope. After reading Between the Wines, you are going to be good today. You are not going to make a mistake. Oh, my goodness.
The best.
But that was one hell of a testimonial to tequila.
I'm telling you.
It really makes you want to go out and get a bottle.
Or
really does.
Yeah, makes you want to go and get a bottle or do something else. Yeah, anyway. So what's this book called? It's coming out this month, huh?
It comes out on November 19th, and it's called Hiding in the Smoke. Rockstar romance and a sexy tequila sex scene, I guess.
Well, congratulations. Are you nervous about the release of the book?
I am. I have other books that are already out that are romance and are steamy, and there is sex on the page, but it's much more about the story and the plot, and it's medical romance, kind of like a Latinx Grey's Anatomy type of book. And this series gets really, really steamy, and there's a lot more sex. So I'm really nervous about the readers that read those first books and are okay with that level of heat to come into this new series and to see so much sex on the page. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I've gotten good feedback so far, so I'm also really excited.
Well, I'm sure Kathy is your #1 fan, so you have no worries at all. She'll purchase up all of your books and hand them out to her friends.
It's like, keep them coming, keep them coming.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice.
So at this, so where would we be able to purchase your book?
This book, the print book will be available wherever you normally buy books. So you can buy paperback and hardcovers on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org, all those places. The ebook is going to be exclusive to Amazon for about 3 months, and then it'll be available in other stores. And my other books are available everywhere in ebook as well. So kind of all over the place, but Amazon for sure.
Nice. And yes, SOS said, is there a new moon or eclipse on November 18th or 19th? I believe that there's a full moon on the 19th.
Oh, what is
are you doing astrology?
No, I don't do astrology now, but I pay close attention to what's going on in my environment. So,
oh wow, that's cool.
Because I noticed that I start to feel a certain way during certain times, and I just started to pay attention. You know, I'm not an expert, but I just started to pay attention and become more in tune with myself. And I was just having this conversation with someone earlier that, you know, every full moon, they typically say like the lunatics come out because the lunar eclipse and all that stuff. I noticed that I used to cuss people out at least once a month. Now, I wish that I had looked back and knew when it was, but I guarantee it was when the full moon came. You say no, but I'm telling you, once a month I used to go off to the 10th power.
No, I wish it was just once a month. I'm going off once a day.
And I would always say, son of a bitch. Like, I can't even get through 1 month without cussing. You know, what is the problem?
So you're blaming it on the moon. You think the moon is making you lose it once a month?
Check the statistics when it comes to what happens during a full moon.
Why don't you keep a diary? Do you keep a diary? And then you could say, like, there was a full moon last night and I...
But see, no, I don't. That type of stuff no longer happens anymore. Because I don't get
Not even once a month then?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't curse people out and do that type of stuff anymore. I just exit left, get the hell out of the situation.
Well, I almost got in a fist fight the other day.
Yeah, see, no, I can't do that type of stuff. You know, once you...
No, but wait a minute, that was not my fault. I was going straight to me. And this guy was coming from the side on a motorcycle without a helmet. And he's yelling at me, and I'm going straight. And I'm like, why are you yelling at me? And he's like, just go. I'm like, no, you just go.
Oh my God. I've seen you drive. I would yell at you too.
I was going straight to me.
Mm-hmm.
He was turning it to me. And I thought, you know what? He might be a big bad biker, but I'm not taking his gruff.
Oh my God.
I'm not in the mood for it.
Miss Martinez. I'm not listening to Kathy right now. So, are you on any other social media platforms? Let us know what your handle name is, where we can get your book.
Yeah, I'm on all social media platforms. Really, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all those places. I'm at O Martinez Author. I'm also on Clubhouse as just Ophelia Martinez, and my website, OpheliaMartinez.com, will have all the links to all the places you can potentially purchase my book.
So that
would probably be the best.
Can you do us a favor? Can you follow us on our platforms? Kathy's on TikTok. Kathy's on Instagram. Kathy's on Facebook. Kathy's on... Are you still on Twitter? Or are you giving up on Twitter?
Sort of. Yeah, more or less.
If you can follow us on those platforms, I promise I will follow you back. I'm not quite sure what Kathy has going on. I can't be responsible.
No, I will follow too.
But it's easier.
Yeah, I just followed you, Kathy. I already followed you, Lauren, and I just followed Kathy on Instagram. And when we hop off, I'll go. My computer is not working with me because of the storm, so I'll have to wait until we're done and use my phone. But yeah, I'll follow you
on Twitter because
Twitter and TikTok.
Twitter is very interesting. I just don't understand it. I'm trying to understand it, but Twitter
me
is
too.
something
You don't
else.
really, it's like, it's all over the place, right?
Yeah, I just. Ugh. But hey, Twitter, what's going on?
They're like, click.
Yeah, because we done been thrown off of all kinds of stuff around
No,
here.
you back on TikTok yet, or you're not back on TikTok?
Nah, probably not till tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow's going to be a good show.
Who's on?
Jason T. Davis. He was on before on Freestyle Sessions, but now it's actually going to be his turn to come on.
Nice.
So now I have a burning question before we get on out of here. Burning Questions is a segment of the show. Hopefully I can still say it without stumbling over these words with this 13% wine, where I put the guests in a hot seat and just ask very random questions that have absolutely not a damn thing to do with what we were talking about. That's a good way to put it. People are like, how did you flip all of these subjects and topics and stuff? Because that's what we do on Reading Between the Wines. Kathy's all over the place and just a hot mess. And then it's my job to sort of reel her in and bring it back together. And then on a 411 podcast, hell, it's just a wild card. We just do whatever. But how do you deal with people who are inconsistent? One day they're over here, the next day they're over there. They're all over the damn place. Sometimes it could be nerve-wracking for you. I basically call it they're daydreaming, and they're pretty much sleep at the wheel of life. So how do you deal with people like that?
I don't know what I do, and it's taken me getting older to be more patient and to let things go a little bit better. I think in my 20s I would have been really stressed out about someone like that. But now I don't know that I deal with them. I just ignore it and go about my way. I also learn not to depend on them. And it's kind of like if it's somebody that's important to me, I'll invite them to things. If they show up, great. If not, it's not going to hurt me because I know what they're like.
Absolutely.
But, I always say life is too short for bad books and toxic people. So if it's not fitting, I don't bother with it and I just don't worry about it.
That's a good point. And I'm so glad you said that because there's so many people that get so upset. Oh, well, Susan didn't do this and Susan didn't do that. My motto today is basically, you know what? Let me go ahead and do something for myself. I'm going to show up and I'm going to create the party for myself. And that's period the end because that's what I like. Now, if you come, all that it is adding icing to the cake and we're going to have a great situation. But what I will not do, because I've done this before, I did it in, 2021 and I got slapped a little bit. And I said, that's to teach your ass a lesson to not be depending on people. But what I won't do is create what I'm going to create or base my decisions around somebody else. Because when you do that, you're always going to have some situations where someone's going to let you down. Oh, this happened, that happened. I got a flat tire. The baby was sick. This happened, that happened. My husband wouldn't let me out of the house. And, dumb shit like that I have no tolerance for at all in my life, period, the end. Because I would never do that to somebody else. But it's so easy and convenient for other people to do that to you. So create your own party. Start it yourself. And guess what? And be content with it too. Hell, if you're sitting in your house by yourself, whatever situation you got, whatever meal you got by yourself, plan on that. And you can invite somebody. And when they come over, that's just the icing on the cake. But if they don't come over, it's okay.
Wow. Both of those were awesome. Awesome responses.
That's how I
agree wholeheartedly with both of you.
It's so hard to get to that point, though, because sometimes we want to depend on people and we want to rely on people, but you got to worry about self first.
What about you, Kathy? How do you deal with inconsistent people?
Say it again.
I was asking Kathy for her answer to the burning question.
Oh, we're all sitting here waiting for this one. Let me pour a little bit more wine.
Well, thank you. I agree wholeheartedly with both of you. I said, I don't have a problem with either of these answers.
So
I think lately, though, what I'm doing, I'm really gearing up to be more physically strong. Because I think it took me this long to realize that if you have a strong body, you really do have a strong mind. And
yes.
I'm becoming a lean, mean fighting machine. I'm doing Tai Chi, chair yoga, exercise every day. Like, I really want to be the best I can be at 62.
You know, I didn't really want to say anything, but I've noticed that you look like you lost a little weight. You've been doing something different now.
Well, I dyed my hair. And I comb my hair.
Oh, jeez. You know what? See, I tried to give you a compliment. You see that? Mm-mm.
Thank you. No, I don't know. Actually, I gained weight, if you want to be honest, because muscle, you gain, muscle weight.
This woman,
But
this woman
I
has
look
an
better.
answer for everything. You lost weight. No, I gained weight. You look a little tan. No, I haven't been tanning.
Well, I just want to be honest. I gained weight because of the muscle tone.
You know, it's warm outside. No, it's cold outside.
Well, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. How's that? Is that better?
Yes.
No, he doesn't have a problem with that.
So,
Oh gosh, this was fun.
it was. Yes.
I
So,
think I
No,
went
it's
to
very
tequila
fun.
now.
Thanks for inviting me. It was a blast, you guys.
yeah, you definitely have us. Kathy wants some tequila, and we're going to leave it at that. And we ain't going to talk about any other folks on this show here tonight. But let's just hope that there's no midnight drives after Reading Between the Wine goes off. After listening to that, I'm going
Sorry.
to mute my phone tonight. Oh my goodness! Anything you'd like to go ahead and leave us with before we sign off here tonight?
So thank you for having this space. I love that you feature books and authors. There's so much content that is thrown at people nowadays that
Yes.
it's really hard for authors to get a second of attention. So just thank you for featuring books. Reading is so important for so many reasons. So I love that you do that as part of your podcast.
Yes, thank you so much. You are so welcome, and that is so true. It's even hard for musicians too, especially this whole social media thing. You know, even though it's great and, you know, we're able to connect to so many people all over the world, it has disrupted and, you know, caused some chaos in other areas too. And I feel for, you know, the artists out there, you know, even though it helped people like, you know, painters and drawers and stuff to get their stuff exposed out to other areas, which is good for them. But some of the authors and musicians and stuff like that, it's sort of, in some cases.
Yeah.
Some cases,
Very
not all.
true.
In some cases.
Very true. And a quick shameless plug, if you are curious but not sure about me or what my writing's like, I do offer a free novella through my website for people who want to try it out without really investing until you really know what I'm about. That's a good way to get to know me as a writer.
What is it now? Free what now?
It's a free novella, so you can get a free ebook through my website.
Novella. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Very good. Well, that's amazing.
That
Thank you
is
for
amazing.
that. Not a lot of authors do that.
Yeah, it's kind of a little gift to my readers.
Work, right?
Nice. So this is interesting. Before you go off, I'll let you know that we have Global Ass just joined. What's up, Global Ass from D Live? Gotta give a shout out to my D Live family. So Global Ass. So that must mean that you've been all over this globe, huh? So when you've been all over this globe, what have you been doing with that ass? No, I'm kidding. This 13.2% really.
Show the bottle. I want to see how much you drank. Show the bottle.
No, I just it's right here.
Okay.
Not too bad. Not that bad. Global Ass, where are you?
Got enough for tomorrow.
Global asks, where are you calling from tonight? So thank you so much, Ophelia. And
Thank you.
we need you to come back for the 411 podcast because it gets a little spicy after 10 p.m. So we would love to.
Absolutely, anytime. I'm happy to join. Thank you, and have a nice night.
You too. Take care.
Yes. Thank you. Congratulations again. We'll bring the tequila next time. I know I will anyway.
Now, I wonder if she'll show back up again. Maybe you scared her away this time.
No, she's sweet. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. I think I was a little more out of control tonight versus you. Normally it's you.
I think you were too.
Yeah.
Well, don't drink too much. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. That was really fun.
It was, yes.
I think I'm going to send Matthew to the store for some tequila.
I'm surprised he's not sleeping.
I know, right? Did you see the door open and close?
Yeah, because we all know what goes on at 9 p.m. after you sign off here. Anyway.
Yeah, he goes to sleep. Anyway, it was fun.
Take care. Good night.
Bye. Love you, my friend.
Love you too. Bye. Take care now. So that was interesting. Thank you so much to Ophelia Martinez for coming in, and thank you so much to my friend. It's All in the Cars with Kathy. And I see we had a request on Instagram Live tonight. So if you'd like to come on, you can check me out on Friday. We have freestyle sessions, and then we can go ahead and bring you up here live. So hang tight. Just come back Friday, and we'll bring you back up here. If you'd like to support Reading Between the Wines and the 411 podcast, go ahead and click that link above all of my social media platforms. And I'm so thankful to be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, DLive, and Twitch. And a very special shout out to my Facebook family, very special shout out to my Instagram family and DLive family as well. Thank you so much for all of the likes, the comments, the shares. Definitely do appreciate you. Click that link above and go inside of My Inspirations Volume 1 Deliberation, and you can purchase my book for $9.99, and that will help support Reading Between the Wines and the 411 podcast. And of course, just thank you so much to everybody for joining in tonight. I see Jetta out there from My Rap Tribe. What's going on? Thank you for supporting. SOS was in here tonight. Of course, it's all in the cards. Queen Quay, I haven't seen you in a minute. She showed up as well. Thank you so much for joining. And I have to thank my executive producer, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give y'all Reading Between the Wines one more time in life. Now, tomorrow, we have actor Jason T. Davis. Tomorrow's a very important day, November 11th. And I think Jason is going to open us up to a little bit and talk to us about, this very significant time. So 11/11, and it'll be very interesting and very important after the show is done. So at 11/11/11/11, what will you be doing at 11/11/11/11? Jason T. Davis tomorrow, 10 p.m., 411 podcast, right here. See y'all tomorrow. Take care, y'all. Good night. Good night. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you.